YouTube peeps. Hello, YouTube. I'm back. I was here earlier and people were helping me set up my audio. So thank you for that. I am back. It is time to Zill. Get your Zills. Make sure you have them. And let me know how you're doing. Let me know how the summer is going. If any of you have been watching my social media and my YouTube while I've been gone over the summer, I took my finger cymbals with me to Italy and I played them everywhere. And if you have not checked out what I've been posting while I was gone, definitely check it out, especially if you are like a travel kind of person or a history buff, because I've done a series of really fun videos with my finger cymbals and very famous iconic places all around Italy where you have to guess where I'm zilling. Actually, where you have to guess where Zillamina is zilling. My zills took on a personality of their own while we were traveling, and you have to guess where Zillamina is zilling all around Italy. That's your only clue. Every single location where I zilled was in the country of Italy. So go check it out and wager guesses. See if your Italian culture and architecture is up to speed. I probably couldn't have done it if I hadn't just gone to Italy. Hey, Bonnie, so good to see you here. You're doing some cool stuff with Lauren. Are you taking her new class? Those of you inside the Zilicious group in Facebook, I believe Lauren posted about her new class that she is going to start, I'm not sure, but soon. Lauren Cecchio, amazing. She was actually a guest contributor inside the membership recently, inside my finger cymbal membership. She's amazing. I want to know all about it. Bonnie, I'm really excited. And LaDonna is busy teaching tomorrow, the first of 4 workshops. That's awesome. Hi, Kate. Good to see you. Glad that you are here. Hey, Kim. Good to see you over here on YouTube. Fantastic. Well, we are going to Zill today in just a few minutes, but I wanted to take a second to thank all of you who are inside the Zilicious community. For those of you on YouTube, in case you're the Facebook type, and if you're not, don't worry about it. But if you're the Facebook type, I do have an amazing community on Facebook called Zilicious. It's like delicious, but with zills. And we talk about finger cymbals there all the time. I go live inside the group. We do little mini tutorials. We ask questions. We share resources. You can find it at sahirabellydances.com/zillicious, ZILL-icious. And there was a really fun question posted inside the group, I think last week. And I wanted to read some of these answers because I thought your answers here are gold. And what I love about this group is that while I made the group, I am by far not the only expert inside the group. And there are so many of you who have such rich history and knowledge of the finger cymbals. And I love, love, love when you share what you've learned and your experiences with folks in the group. So here is the post. It was a pass it on practice advice. What's one tip about playing zills that helped you and might help someone who is new in their Zill journey? And so if you haven't responded to this in Delicious, I encourage you to check it out and respond there. And if you're on YouTube right now, type in the chat and let me know one tip about playing Zills that helped you a lot when you were getting started and might help someone newer. Or maybe it helped you recently and you're like, oh my God, if I had only known that when I was getting started. So I love Gretchen's response. She says, injuries, conditions, and illnesses, even mental ones, don't have to make you feel guilty about not doing it properly every time you put on your cymbals. Adjust to your own needs. She says you can play while sitting as long as you're marking time with the dance with your upper body. You can also play with your elbows tucked in at the waist as long as you're marking time and dancing with the rest of the body. She says don't use any sort of injury or illness as a reason to stop practicing, unless for some reason it's physically impossible, right? And a lot of folks inside the membership, inside the group have gone through health challenges recently. And I love to see that the finger cymbals remain a part of their practice because it's something that can be done without, having to stand up or having to move the torso or the hips. And I think that's really beautiful advice. It's one of those practices that is with us always. Elizabeth says, no matter how good you get at them, there are still going to be days where even your gallop sucks. And that's okay. One bad day of practice does not define you, and you have to embrace feeling uncomfortable because it means that you are actively learning, right? And this is something we talk about inside the Zilicious group all the time, right? What is our motto, y'all? What is our motto? That you have to embrace the suck, right? You have to embrace the suck because that is a big part of the learning process. And so it's okay, right? Not being good at something means that you are getting better at something, and that's huge. Hey, Virginia, I'm so glad that you're here. Good to see you, fabulous woman. So good to see you. And we've got to share Italy stories. I know Virginia was in Italy earlier this summer, and so I want to hear your stories. We can swap some Italy stories. A couple more fantastic pieces of advice that were shared inside the group. Anna says that her teacher told her practicing 5 minutes a day is better than practicing 35 minutes a week. Quick math, right? 7 times 5. But because doing it daily, even if it's just a little bit, normalizes it in your body a lot faster. This is something that I love to encourage my students to do too. We talk about like no net time practice. Like, are you standing at the stove waiting for the water to boil? Zill for 5 minutes. I don't know, it takes like 10 minutes for the water to boil on my stove because I have an electric stove. Or are you like, kind of watching a show, but sort of chilling out, put on your Zill mufflers and Zill for a little bit, right? Doesn't take any extra time. Only have 5 minutes. Awesome. That's all it takes, right? It doesn't have to be like 30-minute session with your, inside your dance space with your mirror and your metronome. Like just put them on and play because that's really, really useful. Right. And then there were quite a few people, like Cynthia said this, Inara said this, several other people did. And I often say this, but it's kind of goes against what we first were talking about. But the concept of when you are able, always move while you play the cymbals. Right. If you're not able to move that day for whatever reason, practice them sitting down by all means. But if you're able to move, marking tempo with your body, and we'll do this today. Yeah. Marking tempo with your body is really good for getting the zills and the body movements and the tempo to really hook together so that you don't feel like you're kind of floating over the tempo and unsure of what to do. And I'm going to read just one more because Z Helene commented, and I love her, and I'm so excited she commented, and she is one of my favorite Zill players of all time. If you have not found Z Helene, she's from Austin. She zills in a way that is unlike anything I have ever seen before and probably will ever see again. And this is what she says: tell a story with them. Connect your emotions with them and let your creativity guide your riffs. She said also use them to meditate with. And if any of you have watched Z Helene Zill, you know what emotion she puts into her finger symbols. And in fact, on my YouTube channel, if you search through, I have a playlist called Cool Zills or Awesome Zills, maybe Awesome Zills, I think it might be called. And it's just some of my favorite Zill performances. And I am sure she is there multiple times. So check her out because she is freaking amazing. So yeah, I love it. Virginia says limoncello. I love it. Limoncello. I drank a lot of limoncello in Italy, especially on the Amalfi Coast. But you know what I had more of? I had more Aperol spritzes. It was spritz o'clock every day at 5. I was like, spritz o'clock. So when we were talking with my family, what do we want to bring back from Italy with us? Like customs, ideas. My daughter said gelato. I said Aperol spritz. So now I do have all the ingredients in my kitchen. So I love all of this advice. If you are in the Zilicious group, please go ahead and post your advice there too. I'm thinking of putting together a little guide for new Zillers using all of your wise words. So I really appreciate that. Fantastic. Oh, I love this. Let's see. Susan says, if you are very newish to Zills, invest in a better pair that is not too heavy or floppy. Also, a pair that fits your hands well, not too small or especially too large. I love that, Susan. Absolutely. Like if you have a pair of Zills, I always say, friends don't let friends buy crappy Zills. Because if you have a pair of Zills that don't fit you well or super cheap off of Amazon and they sound like crap, you're not going to want to play them. And what's the point? Like, don't torture yourself. Don't make your practice challenging and unpleasant, right? Get a nice pair of Zills that feels good on your hands. Genius. Absolutely, Susan. That's huge. That's huge. Awesome. All right. So grab your finger cymbals, folks. We're going to play, of course, because we are here. We're Zillers. It is time to play. So the plan today, we're going to put together a couple of simple patterns. It's not about breaking our brains. It's just about taking a little break, putting the Zills on and playing, getting, that 5-10 minutes of practice in. That is so very worth it. So let's go ahead and do this. Here is what I would like to do first. And for those of you who are newer, I am going to break down some of the counting that I'm doing, but I'm also going to count many different ways so that no matter what your background is, it's going to make sense to you. It will make sense to you. Yeah. I am a musician. before I was a dancer. And so those of you who know me, those of you in my membership, those of you who have taken my courses, you know, I use the musical counting method, whereby which something like the gallop, which some people might count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, is and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4, because that tells you right on which beat is your stroke, instead of just saying play 3 times, play 3 times, play 3 times, and you're not quite sure how it fits with the music. I'm going to count it and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. In fact, the very first pattern I'm going to have us play today is a 3-3-7. So it's 3 strokes in a row and a pause, 3 strokes in a row and then a pause, and then 7 strokes in a row. So when I first learned it, I learned it 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which works if you remember the cadence with which you say the numbers, right? And if you don't remember the cadence, you're screwed, because it could be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that's not the pattern at all, right? But if I say and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 as I, dance, if I'm doing and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4, my dance and my zills are fitting on the same timing, which I really, really love. I feel like that's very useful to our brains. Yeah. So that's how I'm going to count it for us today. But if you have any questions, post in the chat. I'm totally here for you. Kate, I love this. Kate says, and Virginia's going to love this comment because Virginia is right here with you. Kate says she almost bought her zills off Amazon, but her teacher told her to go with Saroyan. Your teacher is a very, very smart person. So sorry, my dog is barking in the back. Lola is saying hello. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to try playing that pattern, and then we're going to try one more. So let me angle my camera here so you can see me well, hopefully, and then we'll put it to music in just a second. I'm going to encourage you to mark time with your body, right? So I'm going to do a little step touch. So I'm marking. You can walk in circles. You can jam your own kind of jam, whatever feels good. 3, 3, 7. Count it first. And a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you can say it, you can play it is my motto. Let's give it a go. 6, 7, 8. And a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Okay, so some of you might be saying, well, what sound are you playing, Sahira? Because, we play with multiple tones, a multi-tonal method quite often in my classes and in my membership. For now, I'm using the basic. Those of you who know more sounds, if you've got the tick or the clack or the ring, feel free to mix it up. The next pattern we do, I will do it on a tick. So we will do a little bit of multi-tonal here as well for those of you who love that. Let me know if you have any questions. What I'd like to do is show you the body choreography that's going to go with that pattern. Yeah, we're going to keep it simple today. It's just a little dance break. I'm not here to break your brain yet. Yeah. So what we're going to do is, here, I'll face this way for first. We'll go just a grapevine and then a little lift. Grapevine, then a little lift. Grapevine, and a little lift. Arms are dancer's choice. Yeah. Maybe I'm going to keep my hands a little bit further away from my ears because we're going to be zilling, right? So now, if the feet are counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, take a stab at counting your zills. Yeah. How would you count the zills? I'm going to give you a second. All right, now I'm going to count them with you. Here we go. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4. Yeah? So let's go ahead and try it. I'm going to face you. I'm going to go this way. 5, 6, play it now. Let's try 2 more. And pause. I'm going to want to do it one more time a little bit slower, but I want to read the crowd, which means you got to type with your zills on, which is really hard. So if you take a second to type with your zills, let me know how that is. Is that kind of fast? Is it too fast? How does the tempo feel? How do the zill patterns feel? How does it feel going with the body, right? So often what I hear, and it's common and it's totally normal, like the zill pattern makes sense. You can say and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4, and you can play it when you're standing still, and you can do the dance combo with your arms tied behind your back, right? But putting the two together is just like more than 1 plus 1. Yeah, absolutely. I've been there. It's absolutely true. I'm a huge fan, if you get kind of stuck when it's time to put them together, huge fan of saying it as you dance, right? Even if it's just ba da ba ba da ba ba da ba da ba da ba ba da ba ba da ba ba da ba da ba da ba. Even something like that is connecting the rhythm with what your body is doing, which is super useful. Yeah. Okay, so I don't see anybody complaining that it was too fast. So we're just going to go ahead and do one more pattern. So the next pattern I would like to do is a 5-5, right? 5-5 is not really a pattern people talk about, but it's just two sets of fives. And when I say five, it's 5 strokes in a row. And typically, like almost always, we're talking about 16th notes. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 16th notes like this. So we are going to play 1E and a 2, 3E and a 4. 1E and a 2, 3E and a 4. And if you notice all the syllables coming out of my mouth, 1E and a 2, that's 5 syllables. 3E and a 4 is 5 syllables. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's cool about counting it 1E and a 2, 3E and a 4 is you know when those fives start. Because there are some fives that are rolling fives that start on the upbeat. These are not those. They start on the beat. 1E and a 2, 3E and a 4. If you would like to multitonal it, we're going to do the tick. 1E and a 2, 3E and a 4. 1E and a 2, 3E and a 4. Yeah, let's try that on its own. And then I'm going to give you a dance move to do with it, right? Because we're belly dancers. I love it. All right. Excellent. Ooh, that's good. I see a question. Do I know where the zills originate from? You know, the person to answer your question is Dawn Devine does a ton of Zill history research, and I'm going to forget. It will come to me. There's another person inside our Zilicious group who is a dancer and a researcher who has done a lot of research on finger symbols in Roman iconography, of all things. I can tell you personally that there's a very, very old set of finger symbols in the Vatican Museum that I had the honor of seeing when I was in Italy. There's actually even a little video here on my YouTube channel of me playing my zills next to the zills in the Vatican Museum. And these zills, I believe, were 5,000 years old. That was cool. I'll have to look at it again to see where the tag said they were from. It was like the Roman world, but like the Roman world back then was like a huge part of Europe. Yeah. So I'm not exactly sure where that set was found, but it was freaking awesome. Okay, so let's go ahead and give this a try. 1E and a 2, 3E and a 4 with the ticks. Feel free to say it first like this: 1E and a 2, 3E and a 4. 1E and a 2, 3E and a 4. Yeah? 1E and a 2, 3E and a 4. 1E and a 2, 3E and a 4. Can you move your arms? Can you match your zills to mine? Nice and clean. Bop, 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 bop. Bop, 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 bop. One more. Yeah, how does that feel? Likely, if you find it a little hard to keep the beat, when I turn on the music, it's going to make it a lot easier. But developing that inner metronome is super, super helpful. And I realized I didn't put my hip scarf back on. So I'm going to put it on now that we're going to belly dance a little bit more so you can see what I'm doing as I wear this black dress where you can't see anything I'm doing. So let me throw this back on. And we are going to do the combo, which is going to be a grapevine. That's our 3-3-7. And then we're going to go into 2 undulations. So those 5s match over undulations. We'll be standing to the side as we will have just finished our grapevine, and it'll be 1E and a 2, 3E and a 4, like this. 1E and a 2, 3E and a 4. Up, roll down, up, roll down. 1E and a 2, 3E and a 4. Yeah? So if we put them together, we're looking at this, just the feet and the body, just the body choreography first, yes? Cross, open, step, lift, undulate, undulate. Now cross with the foot that's already in front, cross, open, step, lift, downstage hip, undulate. I'll do it facing the mirror once so that we like look the same. Go into my left, 7, 8. Cross, open, back, lift, undulate, undulate. Cross, open, back, lift, undulate. Let's do it one more time. Cross, open, back, and lift, undulate, undulate with the left and left hip right, undulate, undulate. Ja, zills. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3E and a 4, and 1E and a 2, 3E and a 4. Let me do it correctly. And a 1 and a 2 and a 3E and a 4, 1E and a 2, 3E and a 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And a 1 and a 2 and a 3E and a 4, 1E and a 2, 3E and a 4. Yeah, say it with me. Let's say it. I'll face away so we're looking the same direction. 6, 7, say it now. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3E and a 4, 1E and a 2, 3E and a 4, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3E and a 4, 1E and a 2, 3E and a 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3E and a 4, 1E and a 2. Play it, here we go. Ticks. Oh yeah, again. Again. One more time. Oh, how is that feeling? How is that feeling? I'm going to put on some music because I know for a lot of people, you put on music and it's just like, oh, that feels so much better. That makes so much sense. Yeah. Yay. Thank you, Virginia. Audrey Cotet. That was the name I needed. Audrey Cotet can tell you so much more about the origin of the finger cymbals than I ever could. Look her up. She's on Facebook. She has a couple of incredible publications that are public access. Audrey Cotet. She's also in the Zalicious group if you want to pick her brain anytime. Yeah, fantastic. That was the name. Thank you. Yay, I'm glad you love it, LaDonna. Fantastic. Let's try with some music. I'm putting on some music. I'll give you one guess who made this music. Miss Thea, of course. This is from her newest album, I believe. I just purchased it a couple of months ago from the new album, The Speed of Silk by Miss Thea, Thea. You can find her on Bandcamp at Miss Thea. So this song, I believe, the one we're going to use is called Half Greek. I don't know what the other half is, but it's half Greek. So let's listen. I tested the audio earlier with some lovely people on the live stream on YouTube. Thank you, folks who helped me test the audio. Let me know if it's still good. Sometimes it's a moving target. So, if this is our music, before I tell you how the zills are going to fit on top of it, let's just listen to the beat. Yeah, find that beat. Can you find it? Check to see if anyone has any complaints about the audio. Okay, so far so good. So if we're going 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Going to go and a 1 and a 2 and a 3E and a 4. 1E and a 2, 3E and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3E and a 4. 1 E and a 2 with the zills. Here we go. Last one. And pose. Oh, yes. I love her music. It just gives it such a beautiful vibe. Love, love, love Miss Thea. Such good stuff. So yeah, if you want to continue playing that combo to that song, Half Greek by Miss Thea, her newest album, The Speed of Silk, you can find it on Bandcamp. How did that work? Yeah, it's totally her playing the flute too. Isn't that cool? She's a flute player. Virginia's a flute player. I'm a flute player. We may or may not have all played flute together at one point in time, which was really fun. And we need to find a way to make that happen again. Yeah, the album is so good. It's so much fun. I'm glad you like it, Kate. Yeah, I thought it was a really beautiful, beautiful new album. And I love her stuff. And she makes it available for belly dance instructors to use royalty free. So if any of you are belly dance instructors, it's great stuff for classes. I use it all the time. This was super fun, y'all. You'll have to let me know how it goes. If you do practice it and feel pretty good about it, or even if you feel kind of crappy about it, take a video because I love real. Let's keep it real, right? It's tough as you're learning. Take a video, post it on social media, tag me. I would love to see what you're doing. One other little announcement, I am offering an online workshop next Saturday, the 16th. It's not a Zill workshop. I'm sorry. I actually asked lots of people's opinion, and Zills was not what they chose. I don't know why. But I'm doing a workshop called Oozy Schmoozy. Do you like that name? Oozy Schmoozy. It's all about really slow, ooey, gooey, oozy, schmoozy movement. We're going to be focusing on transitions, some really gooey movement, putting together some combinations. Saturday the 16th from 11 to 12:30 Central. It is online. So if you go to sahirabellydances.com/online workshop, you can find that information. It's also on my Facebook. I think I haven't posted about it on YouTube yet, but I will try. SahiraBellyDances.com/online workshop. You can find that. Come and join me. It'll be a lot of fun. And yeah, this was fantastic. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for dancing with me. Thank you for being the proud people that continue to play the zills and to make them cool and to make other people want to play them. I am about to release a really great interview on YouTube next week with the incredible Drake Von Trapp. We got together a couple of months ago and geeked out over the zills and talked about what it takes to make people willing to put in the effort and the time because they are challenging to learn. What will make people like grab them and run and enjoy it? And it's folks like you who are doing it and folks like Drake who are making it look freaking amazing and super cool that make it really desirable to get in there and say, oh yeah, man, that's awesome. I'd like to learn to do that too. So thank you for like taking the time out of your day to Zill with me. It was really fun. And I look forward to sharing the dance floor with you all very soon. Take care. Bye for now. Bye, everybody.